So let's talk a little bit more about Stephanie Lynn. But first, let me show y'all this really cute necklace set that I made myself. I don't know how good the camera's picking it up, but it's a really cute electric guitar with a guitar pick. I also made a guitar pick case that's in the shape of an acoustic guitar, and then it's got the actual guitar pick that matches the necklace inside of the case. But anyway, so allegedly Stephanie is saying that the Bristol Police Department did not release all of the body cam footage, and that they are leaving out the parts that make them look at fault and show her to be this alleged victim. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have been told a lot of information about Stephanie Lynn, and I'm remembering exactly who she is. This woman has gotten on here and has done quite a bit of remodeling to her home with money from people on TikTok. However, she comes on and acts like she's struggling while she is clearly very well off financially, her and her husband both. And she gets bucos of views that I know she's making money from on TikTok. I don't know if she has any other social media. She could have a Facebook, a YouTube, an Insta, whatever that's monetized. I don't know. I am not in that deep with it. But I do know that she is claiming that all of the body cam footage was not put out there, and she is still standing 10 toes down that she is a victim and that she was assaulted. Let's talk about this. I know that the law enforcement system, whatever you want to call it, the judicial system, can be crooked sometimes, and they're not always the most honest. But the video footage that was shown of this lady at the casino, she was not nice. She was telling people they could get fucked and was cussing up a storm and being incredibly disrespectful. Ma'am, you said that you were embarrassed that these officers caused a scene, but you clearly caused the scene. You drew in way more attention than what they were drawing in just by trying to ask you a few questions. Oh, let me show y'all real quick. That is my tabletop fire pit, and I'm obsessed. And yes, I know the filter slipped. I don't care. Y'all know what I look like. I use these filters for me, not for you. And if that offends you, I'm not sorry. I don't know if you were intoxicated or if that is just the attitude that you have all the time. It's not my business what you do in your own personal time that you do not do publicly on this app. Has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you and the people that surround you. However, you did bring this to the app publicly, and I'm going to put my opinion, and this is simply just that, my opinion out there. I do not think that this officer assaulted you. I don't. I do not think that they embarrassed you in the slightest. I do not think that they even caused a scene. I think that you were approached with questions. You didn't like that because you hold yourself to a certain entitled level. And I think that you got disrespectful with the officers. Things wound up going south, and you thought that you were going to use this as an opportunity to, again, go viral, while also trying to sue this police department and get even more money, because it is clear that you like to get money in a way that doesn't involve actually putting in the work. And I really hope that this does not come off disrespectful, y'all, because I am not trying to be rude or disrespectful or mean. I am not trying to bully, but when you have officers that are clearly doing their job and we are being disrespectful to them, but then you have officers that do take advantage of their position and they get put on some pedestal, I just don't think that that's okay. Like, I do legitimately feel like these officers were trying to do their job, and I don't think that it had to go to the extremes that it went to, and I don't think that it would have gone to those extremes if she had not showed her ass the way that she did. Point blank, period. Now, Miss Stephanie Lynn, you know, I want nothing more than to see everybody be successful. But you have to be willing to put in the work to do so. You cannot have your hand out and you all the time, and you cannot make false allegations against people in order to be financially stable. I don't know, y'all. This whole situation makes my brain spin, and then I find out that it was her son, stepson, whatever, that almost unalived someone driving recklessly under the influence and ran and hid rather than facing consequences. And she knows where he is. I just feel like as parents, we're supposed to teach our kids right from wrong. We're not supposed to be their best friend. And whenever they do something that requires consequences, we should enforce our kids facing those consequences. That is something that I have always raised my kids by. And I think that whenever we try to be best friends with our children and we don't teach them right from wrong, we allow them to do whatever the hell it is that they want to do without any consequences being held to them, I think that it's not good. It's not. But anyway, just figured I would share my 2 cents. I know I've gotten a lot of comments on that video, and I wanted to make sure that I addressed the things that were said in the comments. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Tomorrow's Monday, but remember, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I love you, mean it. Bye.